All characters appearing in this video are fictitious. The information presented in the video is not purely meant to serve as a treatment guideline. Any procedure or other course of diagnosis discussed or suggested in the video should not be used by the psychologist without the evaluation of their patient's condition. The patient was treated using rational emotive behavioral therapy. The primary goal of REBT focuses on helping people realize that they can live more rational and productive life. This is accomplished by teaching clients ABCDE model. A signifies the activating experience. B represents how the person thinks about the experience. C is the emotional reaction to B. D is the disputing irrational thoughts. E are effective thoughts that will help client achieve great life satisfaction.
Hi Misha, how are you?
I'm good.
So how was the week?
It was okay.
Feeling any better?
No, I feel the same. I told you.
Okay. So from your interactions in the previous sessions, I felt, and tell me if I'm wrong somewhere, that you are not feeling that your parents are caring about you, they're abandoning you, they're pressurizing you for your studies and your performances, and you feel your friends will judge you at the same time. Am I right? So Misha, what I understood was that, okay, I'll just tell you how this belief system works. So due to certain experiences in our lives, we generally tend to accept and form our beliefs. Our thoughts reinforces such beliefs. And when these beliefs focuses more for the and cares more for the welfare of others, or you think and you seek approval of others, then these belief system will be reinforced and again, and that will become so rigid that it won't be modified, right? So that will lead to your disappointment in life, and it doesn't matter how people will think about you or not, because now you think about yourself that you have self-esteem, you're not confident now. So what I think that you should first replace your thoughts with some self-appreciating thoughts, and so that you boost up your self-esteem, and then we'll think about now the ways how you can boost up your self-esteem. So do you think, am I right in this way, if we work that way?
I am okay with anything, but I don't know if it's going to...
But first you need to be sure that now you're ready to appreciate yourself, replace your negative with your positive thoughts.
It's very difficult for me.
But our target for this session will be to replace your irrational beliefs to rational beliefs. Can we do that?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Technique used was confrontation. Psychologist uses confronting in a non-judgmental way and using some of the essential counseling skills such as paraphrasing and reflecting to confront a client in a skillful and thought-out manner, which will encourage the client to explore their situation as opposed to other methods which might make them go on the defensive and lead to other problems such as denial.
So what were you saying?
See, my problem is I don't know how I'm going to clear my exams. मुझे नहीं पता. My parents are after my life that if I won't clear my exams, मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता. और I know this thing very well कि I have to complete this exam anyhow. So my parents are, I don't think so they're concerned about me. They're always concerned about what I'm going to do in my life, how I'll earn. They don't feel that what I am going through, they don't even try to notice that मुझे कैसा लग रहा है. I feel कि दुनिया क्या बोलेगी, मेरे friends क्या बोलेंगे, वो मुझे judge करेंगे अगर मैं fail हो गई तो, क्योंकि we all are running on the same track. I have to pass the exam. I don't know when my parents, my friends, everybody are going to understand this thing.
Okay, tell me one
I
thing.
feel worthless.
Okay. So tell me one thing. Do you feel that your confidence is less because you do not trust yourself, or you constantly seek approval of your parents and your friends? Now, do you have an opinion about yourself as that as well? That if you do not clear this exam, you will be totally worthless. So tell me that just one exam can define a person who is worthless or who is worthful. Do you also believe that way as well, or it is just the pressure of your parents, or you have a fear of your friends? Tell me that.
I don't know.
Ask yourself.
Technique used was realistic contesting, logical contesting and self-talk. Both realistic and logical contesting methods are employed by the psychologist to challenge the thoughts in a realistic, logical, and pragmatic way over the defensive and self-destructive imperatives. In self-talk, the client must realize what they are telling themselves so that they can gain command of their lives. The motive is to increase clients' conscious awareness.
I think that I have to pass this exam anyhow. This is something which is going to decide my life. And I don't know what I'll do if I fail this exam. This is the most important thing right now for me. I have to pass it. I must pass it. I think I should pass this exam. This is becoming too frustrating for me each and every day. I can't face people, how I'll answer them. I can't tackle situations. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to look dumbest of all. I don't want people to judge me. I have to pass this exam.
Okay, I get your apprehension about the exam, and it is perfectly normal to feel that way. But Nisha, just let's imagine that, okay, per se, that you have failed your exam, and you declare that, okay, this is, and you got a fail F written on your exam result sheet. What is the worst possible thing that can happen? One can be that you have to prepare for your exams and study again, work hard and give the paper again. Or you can just, is it a single paper in a life can decide who you're going to be? Do you really feel that? Is it that terrible? We always have second chances in life, and why not just focus on what you're trying to do, give that best, and if not, then what? Give it again. So is it that terrible for you? Just that is the worst possible situation. You might get a fail, but you will always have another day to start with, and prepare for your exams and work hard in a positive approach. If you start pressurizing yourself, you will be hopeless all the time. But if you take your exam, study well, do not worry about the consequences, do not catastrophize the situation, I think you will be in a better position to even attend the paper. You get me?
Technique used was disputing thoughts and beliefs in 3 forms. First is cognitive disputing, which involves direct questions, logical reasoning, and persuasion. Second, imaginal disputing uses clients' ability to imagine and employs techniques known as rational emotive imagery. And third is behavioral disputing, involves role-playing and completion of homework assignments. In this clip, imaginal and cognitive disputation was employed.
I feel that I'm behaving very rudely with my parents. I don't know why. I feel that they are the ones who are destroying my life, and they think that I will not be up to the mark. मैं उनके सारे ड्रीम्स पूरे नहीं कर पाऊँगी, और जिस वजह से मैं नहीं कॉन्सेंट्रेट कर पा रही किसी भी चीज़ पे. I am losing my confidence. I'm losing my self-confidence in everything. I don't know. At one time it gets so irritated. At one time I cry. I don't know what to do. I'm really feeling very helpless.
So do you blame others for your failure? Do you blame your
Yes, I
parents?
think they're one of the reasons. Every time if they'll crib that I'm not studying, how I concentrate on my exams.
Okay.
They make me feel that I am not worth studying what I'm doing.
Okay, for your failures, let me tell you, you can't blame others, right? You can't blame others for your behavior, your actions. Can you change your parents' behavior? Do you have a way out that they can change? Do you think they can change?
They won't understand ever.
Yes. So in life, there'll be a point that you can't go and say ki you should behave like that, I shouldn't be blamed, and etc. One thing we can do is you can change yourself, your thoughts, your resistance, your coping ability, rather than changing others' behavior and your parents' behavior, right? You can't blame your parents, but you can always discuss, talk to them, tell them. And even if they still don't understand, then you have to change your way of dealing with them. I think you should work that ways. Discussing it, rationalizing your thoughts, you should know nobody is gonna harm you no matter what. Nobody has a right to control of your life. You have to control your life. Okay? Can you do that?
Technique used was contesting blaming oneself and others. The therapist must facilitate restructuring the knowledge system of the client by constructing a new one, a functional and rational one, and when the situation asks for it, the goals and desires will be also modified in a rational manner. REBT strongly stressed that blaming oneself or other people is one of the reasons of emotional disorder. So, people must accept ourselves and despite our imperfections.
So Nisha, now can we, can you rethink the alternatives to the irrational thoughts we just talked about? For example, if I say that I have to pass my exam, so how will you change this thought? How can you rephrase it in a better way?
Maybe I'll try to pass my exam.
So, okay, what if your thought is I must pass my exams and must meet my parents' expectations. So how can you reframe this thought?
I will try to do whatever it's in my potential, and I want to make them proud. So I'll try my level best if I can do it.
So that is how you have to change your perception. That is how you have to reframe your thoughts. And if your perception is good in life, positive in life, and you always promise yourself that you do the level best, then nobody will you will not feel the pressure even if your parents are blaming you. Okay?
Technique used was reframing, rephrasing the shoulds, musts and oughts. Counselors work to help clients differentiate hardware rational ideas and irrational, the requirements with the needs, the desired effects and adverse effects. This process helps the client to think of good things and the rationale for her best interest and replace the irrational beliefs with the rational ones in a positive framework.
Now I want you to do a homework for me. Can you do that? Okay. So just maintain a diary, right? In a day, just at the end of the day, you have to make 4 columns, right? First column will be the thought that you feel is affecting you. Second, what is the percentage or weightage that it is affecting you, right? Third would be you categorize the thought whether it is rational or irrational. And fourth column will say how can you rephrase or reframe that thought in a positive direction. Okay?
Technique used was homework. Homework needs to be congruent to the therapeutic process and be ecological, meaning they have to allow to be applied in everyday life. Homework is chosen in order to help the patient assimilate new perspectives, test new hypotheses, and experiment new behaviors approached during the session. Some points to consider with REBT are as follows. People have the capacity for rational and irrational thoughts and beliefs. We often seek counseling due to the consequences that we are experiencing because of our irrational thoughts and beliefs. The focus of REBT is to help the client to understand the connection between their irrational beliefs and their present problem. Thank you.